关于郑州，我知道的不多。为了爱情，曾经去过哪里？多少次在火车上路过这城市，一个人悄悄地想起他。
他说他喜欢郑州冬天的阳光，巷子里飘满梅露的味道，雾气穿过他面挺的脖子，直到今天都没有散去。关于郑州，我想
郑州只是偶尔想起，现在它的味道都在回忆里。每次和朋友说起过去的旅行，我不敢说我曾去过哪里。关于郑州，我想的全是你。
关于郑州，我想的全是你。
郑州，我想的全是你。
爱到最后，我们都无路可去，似是而非，或是时时可畏，有情有义，有时有迷无垂。时间改变了很多，也什么都没有，让我再次拥抱你，
让我再次拥抱你，郑州。让我再次拥抱你，让我再次拥抱你。让我再次拥抱你，郑州。
Okay, now welcome dear audience all around the world. So this is episode 4 of the True Color. A long time no see. Our last show for episode 3, that's already July 2. Now it's July 21. Why I need to start this special show? This is because this is a special day. Today is July 21. Now I'm alone. This is a solo talk show. My partner Lakeman have some personal errands, so I have to do it by myself. But anyway, thanks Lakeman for the materials or some videos prepared by him. That's already 1 year ago. Now, why this is a special day? Because 1 year ago, that's July 20th, 2021. That's a special day for the Henan Zhengzhou city. So as mentioned in this this image, this is 720. 720 means July 20, 2021. So this in last year, this day, there is a very big city flooding. I think hundreds of thousands lives are taken in this city named Zhengzhou in Henan province of communist China. So 1 year already passed. That's why this is, I call this anniversary day. So I have planned this so for a long time. And basically nearly 1 year ago, last August 2021, I also have two live broadcast. It's two separated show. The show for that topic also is about the Zhengzhou city flooding. I analyzed some data for why this flooding happened in Zhengzhou city and why so many lives are taken, and also how CCP try to cover the truth from the whole world. So in this episode, I'm trying to memorize this anniversary, showing the videos and some pictures maybe not known to the world, but it's worth look back, review it after 1 year. So many things happen. We should not forget and this evil communist party. So we have to take it down. Unless we take it down, the people in China can get peace. Their life can be secured, so they can live a normal life. So I would like to start with some astonishing videos. So these videos is showing, because we are talking about 1 year ago, July 20th, but the city flood, I mean the inner flooding, it does not happen without some reason, right? So these three videos on the screen actually it's showing where the flood is coming from. I'm not sure the video is playing on your screen. Okay. So on the screen you will see these astonishing floodings. Basically, it's really astonishing to see this flood on the city street. It's you cannot imagine that kind of flood. So this is just happening in a small town named Mihe town, very small town, also in Henan province. So all these water, these flood, flow to Zhengzhou city. That's why the Zhengzhou city have inner flooding, and hundreds of thousands lives are taken. So from these astonishing videos, you will see where the water coming from. It's coming from upstream. So for this, sorry to show that some of the characters in this map is still in Chinese, but these maps are marked by lake map. So this is showing the previous page. We already see the flood for in some small towns. Basically, these flood flow to Zhengzhou. You see the in the middle right. This is the Zhengzhou city. So why these flood all flow to Zhengzhou city is because the circled part are the different dams around the Zhengzhou city. So all these dams, by that by that time, 1 year ago, July 19 and July 20, there is a big raining, a heavy raining happened around near the Zhengzhou city. Yes, raining caused some water, right? That's the nature disaster you can see. But I will show you. This is not a pure nature disaster. This is a disaster of human errors. Why I called human errors? By these circles, you will see these are all the dams around the Zhengzhou city. Supposedly, the dams should be protecting people, right? Protecting city or towns from being flooded. But actually, the situation is not. Why? I will show you. This is disclosed by the local government. Disclosed later. In there, the number showing on this page is more than 47 reservoirs. Reservoirs is the same, nearly the same idea as dams, right? So the reservoirs in number 47 are discharging the flood. But what time? Commonly is midnight. Why? This is maybe some foreign friend, Westerners, you cannot understand why because commonly understanding is the reservoirs are controlled by the government, right? Different level of government. So the government is supposed to be serving the people, right? Not killing people. But definitely discharging the flood at midnight commonly will damage the whole village or the whole town, right? Without people being able to know the situation and have the capacity, have time to escape, right? But why? It's because if you discharge the flood at the daytime, right, the people will know. They will observe that the water level is rising up, right? So they have time to escape. And once they know the flood or the water is because of the reservoirs discharging, then they have a chance to sue the government for a compensation. Right? But if they do it at midnight, commonly no one will know, and most of the people are sleeping at night, right? So while they are sleeping, the flood comes and takes the life away. So the dead people never talk. So no one will be able to sue the government, right? So in this evil way, the government is protected from their bad behavior, right? This is intentionally killing people. But since the people are killed, no one was able to talk, right? So in this way, the government can easily cover up their misbehavior, right? The facts of they are killing the people. So this is a common, let's say, practice in China, year after year, decades after decade. But unfortunately, all the Chinese people, even they know, they don't have a chance to raise voice. And before they can raise any voice, their lives are already taken. And the next generation, this happen again and again. So this is the reality and the situation in China. So in this one, I will show you some short videos shooted by the people stuck in the subway line number 5. So this is the subway line number 5 is already in the Zhengzhou city. So this is all the flood flowing to the city, right? So also the water is purely into the subway. So the people are really unprepared, and they cannot believe that the flood can, the water level can rise in such a short time. So they are not prepared, and even let's say the outside of the train, the flood, the current is so strong. So the people are still hoping that they can be saved, and when the water level going down, they can get out and escape. But it's not the truth. So in these videos, you will see people are drowned, and the platform is really full of water. But these videos are never allowed to show on the social media. It's all deleted, or let's say banned by the Communist Party, by the Chinese government. So you in the right side in the picture, you will see some bodies on the platform. It's really sad. The government is saying only around less than 20 people died or injured in this line 5 flooding. But actually, if you count, you see the first video, you will see there's so many people in that train carriage, just one carriage. Consider this is a peak rush hour. So because outside it's raining very hard, so commonly people will take subway, right? Because you cannot get a taxi, the bus may stop running. So the only public communication way transmission is the subway. So it's logic that the people go to the subway. So you can consider how many people are trapped in the train, in the carriage. Then I see some people escaped and they leave some writing or message on their blog. They are saying in some carriage the water level is so high, so the people have to splash to the top of the carriage to get some air. And even some girls are sending their last message to their friend saying now the water level is to their chest, now the water level is to their mouth, to their head. Maybe this is their last message sending out, then there's no more. So it's really sad, so many messages sending out, but unfortunately the help they are waiting for never come until their body temperature going lower and lower and they don't feel anything. It's really sad story. So many people even died in this subway line 5. Can you imagine, my friend, if you are living in Western country, you can never imagine when you take a subway, your life can be taken by the inner flood. It's really, I don't know how to say that. So another amazing pictures and facts for why I'm saying there's hundreds of thousands people died is this famous Jingguang Tunnel. This is Jingguang. Jing means Beijing, Guang means Guangzhou. So this is a highway connected Beijing and Guangzhou. So this part is in Zhengzhou city. So this, as you see in the left part, bottom part, this is the common situation of the tunnel, right? The tunnel is very deep, it's underground, and the cars passing by. But remember, for each side there is left and right side of the road, right? For each side there are 3 lanes. Remember, 3 lanes. Okay. So how long is this tunnel? It's around 5 to 6 kilometers. Okay. So these are the basis for us to compute for the death toll. So in the middle part, you will see when the tunnel is flooded, you will see how high is the water level. The whole tunnel is underwater now. Consider the 5 to 6 kilometers tunnel are all underwater. Imagine. Then on the right side, basically this is the picture taken by the driver that time stuck in this tunnel. So you will see there's so many cars and it's so crowded, right? It's like just like the rush hour. So in rush hour, basically the car is, let's say, is linked in all in one line, right? Is very, um, let's say, concentrated. So by this way, we computed for each kilometer, there is around 400 cars and parking in that area, right? In this situation. So imagine the whole 5 kilometers tunnel are all parked like this density. So how many cars are there? 400 per kilometer. If you multiply by 5, that's already 2,000 cars. 2,000 cars. Then imagine if there's cannot be only one driver in one car, right? Some is a bus. So consider one bus can hold around 180 people, right there. So consider 2,000 cars. If we computed at um, two people, per car, right? So that's already 400 people trapped in this tunnel, right? 4,000. 4,000, but this is only considered there's no bus, right? If you consider the bus and maybe more than two people sitting in one car, so the number may be double. So if doubled, it's already nearly 10,000 people, right? 10,000 people in one tunnel. It's really unimagined. So this is showing when the flood is running away, how many cars are showing in this tunnel. Because when the water pour in, there's still some air in the car, right? So the car definitely will flow up. So while floating, the car may be pushed by the water, right? So they can piled up like the right side of the car, the picture I showed, right? So on the left side, it is pictured from the high-rise building near that tunnel. So you will see the cars are piled in one end, right? It's pushed by the water. But some cars, because I said that this tunnel, the total length is at least 5 kilometers. So consider how many cars are still under the tunnel unseen by you when you are taking this picture, right? Because it's still under the water. So it's like I use the title as the tomb of cars. So you cannot imagine how many cars are there under the water. And can you imagine so many people, around 10,000 people, at least 10,000 people? Do they have time to escape? Right? And later I will show you the next page, some pictures. Before that, you will see I will show you some videos on how this is one of the tracking cars is taking the subway carriage out of the subway. This is what I mentioned, the line 5. But you will see the window of the train are all covered by the black curtain. Why? Because there are so many dead bodies in the train. So this is the way CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, try to cover the facts up. They are afraid to let people see what's inside the train, right? So you cannot imagine the whole train and the bodies. How many? Maybe 100 per train, per carriage. But you see in this how many carriage are dragging out. So from this, you can imagine the death toll of the line 5 drowned in the subway. Then in right side, this is the similar way. A bus was dragged out from the tunnel. While dragging out, you still see the same practice. All the windows are covered by the black curtain. So I cannot believe that you are telling me, the Chinese Communist Party, you are telling me there's nobody in this bus. This is just one of the bus dragging out from the tunnel. Just one of them. How many buses are there? I don't know. You imagine. On that bus, let's say conservatively, maybe 20 people, at least 20 people to 40 people there. Considered it's the rush hour, right? People are quite eager to get home from escape from such a heavy rain, right? So this is just one bus. You can imagine why you cover the window with black curtain. Why? Consider that. Right? If there's nobody, no dead body in that car, in that bus, why you cover it? Right? And also, the next page, you will see the Chinese Communist Party is not. Let's try to cover it up. Do not allow the media reporter to take picture or get near the tunnel. So in this picture, basically, I'm showing these are all the cars dragging out from that Jingguang tunnel. So I didn't show you, there is another bird view picture of this parking scene. There's, as I mentioned, thousands of cars, because we computed, right, 1 kilometer 400 cars, and 5 kilometers more than 200 cars cannot be parked in one parking area. So this is just one of the parking area. So you will see the cars with blood and with all these earth, the mud on the windows, right? So you can imagine. But do you believe none of that car have driver, have passenger in it? These are all the drunk cars. But how about the people driving the car? People are passenger in that car, right? Are they able to escape? But I can tell you, I see some videos posted on the social media, later deleted or let's say blocked by the Chinese Communist Party. They are showing some people, let's say when the water level is still not so high, they try to escape from their cars and they swim up to the top of the tunnel, as I showed in the previous the picture. On the top part of the tunnel, they swim up, and these survivors, they are lucky, and they posted their videos describing what's their experience, how they escape, and they are telling the truth. So many people, so many cars around them, the people are trying to stay safe in the car, hoping the flood will be passed, and they can have a chance to survive by staying in their car. But as you see, the whole tunnel is flooded underwater. How these people can survive? The logically conclusion is all the people are drowned and die. Only a few, maybe less than 100, escape. So in this image, you will see the Chinese Communist Party. Some people organized by the government. See, they are all wearing the black T-shirt, right? The people in black. They are trying to stop the reporters, the social media reporter, from interviewing the Zhengzhou people, who telling the truth, to disclose the truth to the world. Meaning they are let's say organized by the Chinese Communist Party, by their so-called governments, to cover the truth, right? To let's say hide the real the truth from the world. Even the Zhengzhou people, they are not allowed to raise their voice on the social media, on the internet. All these blogs, all these images, all these videos are disappeared. I use the word disappear, meaning this is intentionally deleted by the social media platform. Why they are allowed to do that? It's because this is the order is coming, or the instruction is coming from higher level. Who is this higher level? Definitely it's the government. It's running by the Chinese Communist Party. They are the killers. They don't want the whole world know they are the killers of their own people. So they try to cover it up by all means. Stop videoing, stop taking photos, stop the pictures being uploaded on the internet, on the social media. Even the reporters, the journalists, is harassed by the organized people wearing the black t-shirt. So this is the what is happening in Zhengzhou. Or you can imagine how hundreds of thousands of lives are taken, and you don't know anything about it, and it's already 1 year past. So this is another picture showing, because as you mentioned, I share with you, if you search official data disclosed by the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, they are saying for the line 5, the subway line 5, only less than 20 people are dead. But you see in this picture, this is a traditional way Chinese people memorize their families, their lost family member. See how many flowers. It's a sea of flowers. But surprisingly, you see in the upper right, these flowers are circled by some barriers, right? Why they who set up these barriers, right? Why they set up these barriers, right? Just consider what's the answer for these questions. Definitely, the one who set up these barriers are afraid of people to see these flowers. Why they are afraid of flowers? Because flowers, one bundle of flower meaning one life taken. On the bottom part, this is a bird view of a subway line 5. There one of the exit. So near the exit gate, you will see the sea of flowers. How many flowers? As I mentioned, one bundle of flowers meaning one life. So from this bird view, you will understand how many lives are taken. But the government only allow 20 is the total death number. But from here, you will see thousands or tens of thousands people died in line 5. This is really astonishing, right? You cannot never believe government can do that. They do not allow people to memorize their lost families, right? By setting up barriers. Do not let people know there is such a memory, or that there is flowers for their lost families. What kind of a government can do that, right? It's if this is a government, can you still call it a government? No, you cannot. This is Chinese Communist Party. They're killing their own people and hiding the truth, hiding the fact. So this is only part of the story. And in this slide, I will show you more of the such a situation, because previously this is these hundreds of thousands lives are taken in the big city. If you search on the internet, you will see the Zhengzhou city is the one of the biggest city in China, the highly populated. The total the total people living in Zhengzhou city is around the number is between 20 to 30 million. So this is big city. But how about the small village, small towns around the Zhengzhou? So this is the topic I use all those silenced village. So in the right part, you will see the whole village is underwater. As I mentioned, the reservoirs are discharging flood at midnight. So consider this picture is taken in the daylight. So when the sun come out under the daylight, you will see the whole village is underwater. But consider the water is coming at the midnight when people are deep in their sleep, right? So they even not waking up or even not aware the flood is coming, they lost their conscience, they lost their life. So the whole village, that's I use the word silence, meaning no one is survived, no life. So the whole village is silenced. Silence means all died. So this is reality happened, I say last year, 1 year ago. No, it's not just one village. I don't know exactly how many villages are like this, silence, disappear. This is the reality under the regime of a Chinese Communist Party. They are intentionally killing the people, not only in big city, but also in the remote area, in some small town, in some village. So the village may have 200 family, 300 family. Just one night, all the people are gone. Can you imagine? One of the government, the evil government, will do that to their own people. But I didn't have show you the, let's say there are some videos posted on the social media. Anyway, later it's disappeared. Because some village they have smart people. These smart people, they may hear previously this kind of practice happen again and again. So they are, if they know their village is near the reservoir, right? So they know the practice. They will discharge the flood at midnight, or even maybe their village is near the river, like the upper left part, right? It's near the river, and the river is flooding already. So the dam is the only protection for their home, right? But in some situation, they know the government may send people to damage the dam, to let the flood into the village, to protect the city. So this happened. So the villagers, they know such a practice, so they set up guardians or watch at night. So these watchers, they spotted some people are trying to damage, use some dynamite to damage the dam, to let the flood go to their home, right? So they catch these people trying to set up dynamite on the dam. So they also videoed that, videoed and then put on the social media. But anyway, what you can do, the people who is behind these people try to damage the dam. It's the Chinese Communist Party. It's the evil government, right? They are the one who is behind it. Oh, can you imagine some strangers come to the dam at midnight, try to set up dynamite to explode the dam? Why? Why they're doing this? Right? What's the reason for that? It's crazy. It's mad. Right? No one with common sense will do that kind of thing because you are just stranger. You don't have the, let's say, what benefit you can get from this by exploding the dam, right? If you are the one living in that village, living in that town, living in that area, will you do that to explore, to let's say to damage your own home, your own house? Right? It's insane. It's not logic, right? Definitely, the only reason that these people who is trying to damage the dam is paid, right? Someone paid them for doing that. But where the money coming from, right? Who paid them? For what purpose? Think about it. So the last page basically, the question is, where is the leader? Meaning the presidency 1 year ago that time. Where is he? And also thanks for one of the netizens, one of the let's say our fellow fighters. This person really make a very good video. This video is doing side-by-side comparison, because that time in German there also a flood, and what's the leader in German is doing, comparing with the president Xi is doing same time, but their people that they claim they are serving these peoples. What he is actually doing when their people is dying, is flooded, right? Either on the subway or in the tunnel or in their village while they are sleeping, while they are dreaming, right? What happened? What's their leaders, their president is doing, right? This video have a very good comparison. Okay, you just spend some time watch, right? These are some pictures. It's moving side by side in a simultaneous way. You will see what German leader is doing and what President Xi is doing. We cannot say this is the president of Chinese people. They are the gunsters. They are the criminals who is killing their own people in China. Yeah, there's so no compare. It's no bad feeling, right? This is a famous sentence on the internet. You will see. Anyway, this I'm really sad to show you this episode, but I really believe that after you watch this show, you will see the true color of the Chinese Communist Party or what they are doing. Just 1 year ago, hundreds of thousands innocent people lives are taken away just in a few minutes. Let's say either they are going home on their way on the subway or driving their own car, passing by a tunnel. They see flood coming in, but they are hoping cannot be such a big flood, and the help will come. And they can be rescued, but they are waiting and waiting until there's no air. They are drowned. They're still hoping that their government, their leader, their president will send someone to save their life. But actually, that never happened. So 1 year ago, I'm hosting this show to show all around the world. Don't forget 1 year ago what happened in Zhengzhou, Henan, in China, right? Under the evil government of Chinese Communist Party, hundreds of thousands lives are taken, and even the government is trying to hide, cover the truth from all over the world, right? But I'm willing to use my, let's say, this half an hour or 40 minutes to show you the true story, what happened in China that time. So I'm really thank you for watching my show, and hope you can understand this is just the one city, one rain taken hundreds of thousands of lives just in the one big city. Consider how many cities are in China, how many similar situations happen. I just showed you in the first part of the show, right? That all these villages, all that small towns, even maybe life are not taken, but consider cars, the bridge, what was away, how many properties was lost, right? But who can cover that loss? Right? It's the loss is only shouldered by the people themselves. No help, no support from government, right? Because this is natural disaster, but actually it's not. Right? If last year I make a show that is I'm trying to research some data. So why they have so many flood? It's because there are so many dams built, let's say nearly 60 or 70 years ago by the Chinese Communist Party. These reservoirs or dams are built in such a short time. So basically it's not protecting people, but they only worsen the flood. And also there's another reason why they build so many reservoirs is because they need the hydropower. So where these hydropowers are used is, if you know the Bitcoin, right? It's for the mining of Bitcoin. So so in this way, the Chinese Communist Party can get the control of the Bitcoin, to control the market, control the price, to harvest all over the world. So this is another scenario. The last one, basically, I tried to research and also hear a story from expert. They are saying there is man-made, let's say, waterways. These waterways is against the nature, meaning the waterway they build to transmit the water from south to north. This waterway actually breaking the natural water system, because once they build that's just like you build a road, right? And let's say you build a highway. So when the highway pass on the pathway of the highway, you cannot easily cross, right? You have to build a bridge or build a tunnel under, either above or under the highway to cross it, right? The same like with the waterway. The waterway, when they build the waterway, they cut the natural water system. So the natural water, the rivers have to, let's say, either stop or go under that waterway, man-made waterway. So this is an interruption of the natural system. So by this interruption, when there's no heavy rain, it's still okay. But when there is a heavy rain, the natural water system, the river, cannot, let's say, carry away the water. Right? So the water built into big flood, and there's no exit. The only exit is the big city. So that's more and more, let's say, recent years, more and more flooding, inner flooding in big city. And on top of that, the city draining system is not well built or well considered. So they are never prepared people in the big city for such a bigger and bigger threat of the flood. So that's why this flood happen frequently, and more cities are threatened by the flood, even in a big city like Beijing. I think 1 year, that's back to 2017, even one heavy rain, one life. It's official report. Only one life is taken away. So anyway, this is the real situation of the Chinese people when there is a heavy rain, when the people living in big city or small village or remote town, their life may be taken while they are sleeping. So at the last part, I will show you a TikTok video showing the people's buying flowers to memorize their lost families for 1 year ago. So you will see in this short video, you will see the sea of the flowers. The people are showing their respect to the families they left, no matter it's younger or older people. These are all the fresh lives taken by just one flood. It's not a natural disaster. Believe me, it's the human disaster. And who is behind this? It's the Chinese Communist Party. Okay. Then now it's all the story I want to show you. What is happened 1 year ago. So in this special day, I want to give you this show to let the whole world know people are never forgetting what the Chinese Communist Party have done. How many lives have been taken in one heavy rain in one big city in China, Henan province, Zhengzhou. Hundreds of thousands lives are taken. Okay, thank you for staying with me. And thank you for Lakeman for the material, the pictures and videos gathered nearly 1 year ago. Stay with us, waiting for my next show. Thank you. Bye.